I want to start off by playing a little guess the number. We're going to play a little guess the Prize Picks number. If you don't know what Prize Picks is, folks, it is the best daily fantasy game in America. You play $5, you get $50 instantly. Ari is great at this game. I am constantly amazed by Ari's ability to guess the numbers. Producer River, we're going to go with the Peach Bowl, with the Texas-Arizona State game. So I want Ari to guess the Cam Scattaboo rushing number. More than or less than. What will the number be? Where will it be set for the Peach Bowl?
109.5.
You are so good at this.
I am?
It is 104.5. And for those who don't know, like, Prize Picks very rarely has a back at more than 100 yards for a game. Ashton Genty, yes, those were pretty steady, but it's pretty rare, and it's especially rare against a defense as good as Texas's defense. 104.5 is your Cam Scattaboo rushing number. That is a huge ask, Ari. A huge ask.
Well, you also can't find another college football program or team in America right now that's more reliant on production from the running back than Arizona State or Boise anyway, right? Like right. He's going to rush the ball when they're down. Like, there's no abandoning the run for this team. So, too, he is such a good after contact runner who can break something. Like Ashton Genty got to 104 last night and he carried the ball 30 times. And it's like, if he would have broken one more tackle on one or two of those plays, and it almost looked like he did, that he might have gotten to 150. Like the margin between, getting to that number and not getting to that number is often found in one or two plays. So, I look like Princess Leia with these headphones.
I wasn't going to say anything. Wesley in the chat says Ari looks like Princess Leia with those headphones. I agree. And obviously, if you are an aficionado of incredible comedies, then you've seen Spaceballs where Princess Vespa removes her headphones. They are the Princess Leia bun headphones. So Wesley is basically thinking like Mel Brooks, and I appreciate it.
We need to have a discussion about whether optically I just need to get earbuds for the offseason, because these are the headphones I use on the airplane.
Yeah, everybody makes fun of you.
Okay. All right. So
Except for there was one person who said I look like the sleazy agent with the one earpiece in.
Yeah, you look like you would like push the side of it and then like to end a phone call type of thing.
I can. That is a capability that I have. I can actually end this with.
You legitimately look like somebody who would have a very highly personal conversation about something about their family in like the cereal aisle with that thing in there. Like, but yeah, so like the Cam Scattaboo number had to be over 100 because he's probably going to rush for 100 whether Arizona State wins or loses by 30, right? Like I think there's no doubt about it. Like, he's going to get his and they're going to feed him. And, I think that their number one priority here is to probably, possess the football, move the chains, and you have to rely on the players that got you there. And that's what this game's about. And the thing that frustrates me more than anything is when teams lose games departing from who they are. And I don't see Arizona State doing that.
I have one more guess the number for you.
Okay.
We're gonna stay with Arizona State. Now, producer River points out that putting Sparky on the helmet over the stupid trident would automatically increase these numbers. So hopefully Kenny Dillingham has heard our cries and Sparky's on the helmet today. Arizona State quarterback Sam Levitt passing yards. What do we think the number's at?
193.5.
You're very good at this. 182.5.
Yeah. The
I think that's more out of respect for Texas's defense, that number.
Well, I also think too, that I've looked at enough of these squares throughout the years, to realize too, that like if a running back or a position player, is very, very much impacted or impacts the game very much, that usually the quarterback number is lower. And then, of course, they're playing a really good defense. So, like, I didn't think it was going to be in the twos just from the simple standpoint of, like, if Cam Skattebo rushes for 155 yards and Sam Levitt throws for 185, that might be a winning combination for them. So we'll see.
So let's talk about how efficient Sam Levitt's been, though. Last 3 games, his yards per attempt, 9.9, 13.2, 12.9. Like, he's been incredibly efficient. The 12.9 came against Iowa State in the Big 12 championship game. You saw Cam Ward slice up Iowa State's defense for a half. We don't have to get into that anymore. But that is ridiculously efficient. He's been this efficient most of the season. Only once in the past 6 games. Remember, he missed the Cincinnati game with an injury. He came back against Oklahoma State. So only once in that last bunch of games did he throw for less than 200, and that was against UCF. And that was the game that they struggled in. But I am fascinated to see this because, as I've said over and over again since the playoffs started, I trust the Texas defense. I trust it completely. And so they're going to have to play an incredible game to be in this game because I think Texas, I know that Arizona State is decent at stopping the run. But if I'm Texas, I try to do exactly what I did to Clemson. Just run them over.
Yeah. They are wearing their traditional uniforms, by the way. That's what they will be wearing. The one thing I think that they should be wearing was I think that it looks better with the white face mask, and their face mask is going to be maroon for the game. But again, small quibble for me. I think that so this is the first game of the day, right? And let me just bluntly ask you, do you think it's going to be it's the 6th playoff game so far, right? Do you think it's going to be 6 blowouts?
We calling last night a blowout?
I am. I don't know. I mean, I know you're hanging on to the 3-point margin potentially in the 3rd quarter there, but like, did it ever feel?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That didn't feel like a blowout to me because Boise State gets a touchdown pulled off the board that would have made it a 3-point game in the 3rd quarter. Like, it didn't feel as blowouty to me. But yes, Penn State won comfortably. So yes, I do think this will be a 6th.
Do you think it's going to feel more like last night, or do you think it'll look more like a round 1 game?
I think it'll look more like a round 1 game. And I hope for Arizona State's sake that they make me wrong on that. But I just think Texas is too good. Like they've got Bond back, Wisner's back, Majors their center is back. Remember, they lost Wisner and the center and the right tackle.
Is Kelvin Banks playing
session in the 2nd quarter?
That's a good question. Let me look that up while you're talking. Sing a song for me.
Well, I'm not singing These Eyes. We always sing These Eyes. We got to find another song to sing. And it's funny because my daughter plays so much Sabrina Carpenter now. Like, the first song that popped in my head was Please, Please, Please. And I'm not singing that. Sabrina Carpenter's lyrics are naughty. Like, I'm not singing that on a show.
Who's a cute boy with the white jacket and the thick accent?
Oh, boy. Ooh. Stop. Just stop.
Her songs are electric. I'm trying to find this here because he's like a top 10 pick. So
he is, like, but they've also been fine since he went down too.
Yeah. It looks like he's playing. So that's a pretty important thing.